Hey, good morning, folks. How you doing? Welcome to the 11/11 celebration. Today, I believe, is the second Sunday of Easter, or as we like to call it around here, Charles Gaby Sunday. Oh, hang on, one more thing. We're passing around those little funny-looking blue things. Make sure that you sign in there and fill out the registration. Let us know you were here. There is a gift inside them, I believe, that's a CD if you'd like to have a recording of some of the band's original music. Immediately following the service today, we will have a reception out there in the atrium to celebrate the Charles Gaby Sunday. Here we go. Can't see nothing in front of me. Can't see nothing coming up behind. Make my way through the darkness. Can't do nothing but this chain that binds me. Lost track of how far I've gone. Far I've gone, how I've climbed. On my back's a 60-pound stone. On my shoulder, half a mile of line. Come on up for the rise. Come on up. Lay your heads in mine. Come on up for the rise. Come on up for the rising tonight. At my house this morning, bells are ringing and fill the air. Wear the cross of my calling. Wheels of fire, I can roll it down there. Come on up for the rise. Come on up, lay your heads in line. Come on up for the rise. Come on up for the rising tonight. La 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 Spirits above and behind me. Faces gone, black eyes burning bright. May the precious blood bind me, Lord, as I stand before your fiery light. La 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 la. See Mary in the garden of 1,000 sighs. It's holy pictures of our children dancing in a sky that's filled with light. May I feel your arms around me. May I feel your blood mixed with mine. Dream of life comes to me like a catfish dancing on a line. Sky of blackness and sorrow. Sky of love and sky of tears. Sky of glory and sadness. Sky of mercy and the sky of fear. Sky of memory and shadow. Sky of burning fills my arms tonight. Sky of longing and emptiness. Sky of fullness and blessed light. Come on up for the rise. Come on up, lay your heads tonight. Come on up for the rise. Come on up for the rising tonight. La 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 la. Here we go. If you want to sing out, sing out. And if you want to be free, be free. Just there's a million things to be. You know that there are. If you want to live high, live high. And if you want to live low, live low. 'Cause there's a million ways to go. You know that there are. You can do what you want. The opportunity's on. You can find a new way. You can do it today. You can make it all true. And you can make it undo. You see, it's easy. You only need to know. Well, if you want to say yes, say yes. And if you want to say no, say no. 'Cause there's a million ways to go. You know that there are. And if you want to be me, be me. And if you want to be you, be you. 'Cause there's a million things to do. You know that there are. All right, say, you can do what you want. The opportunity's on. You can find a new way. You can do it today. You can make it all true. And you can make it undo. You see, it's easy. You only need to know. Well, if you want to sing out, sing out. And if you want to be free, be free. There's a million things to be. You know that there are. You know that there are. Take a moment and offer each other signs of grace and peace, would you please? Wish one another happy Charles Gaby Sunday.
This morning, there's so much that we could do if we were to pull together all of the various images and memories and moments that we have with Charles, and also for us as a band, and for me as a co-leader with Charles, all of the fun and amazing and strange and weird and insightful and unmentionable. I mean, all of that. And it was hard to figure out how to do that in a 50-minute to 55 to, we hope not 60, but we don't know yet, to a 60-minute session. But we did want to at least give you a sample. Many of you who have been with us from the beginning will remember some of these amazing moments. It is our sort of, as we were calling it earlier in the band rehearsal, we were calling it the Trilogy of Silliness. We're going to do a sampling of some of our favorite, never to be repeated again, supposedly, musical moments. Beginning with this wonderful song called The Domination Dance.
Let's all do the domination dance. One hand in your shirt, like the little guy from France. Wave like the queen, with let's all do the domination dance. It's good to be king. You get to have the power of all the little people have got to build your towers. Oh, when you run an empire, you got to make choices. You want to stay king, you got to beat those good old bosses.
Charles, you want to come up there and give my man how this works?
Oh, there's moves to it, are there?
Oh, yeah.
No, that's what made it special.
So I will demonstrate for you, and then you can join in. So we wrote this song because we were talking about Walter Wink's understanding of maybe what we missed in Christianity was an understanding that Jesus was confronting the domination system in human affairs, and that was the great sin of humanity, our need to dominate the other. And so as a way to just make fun of it, we came up with this song, which was performed once and never again.
Because of what?
Probably because of my dancing. Okay.
Take you kind of slow.
Yeah.
Let's all do the domination dance. One hand in your shirt, like the little guy from France. Wave like the queen in cardboard underpants.
The underpants is like that.
Let's all do the domination
Everybody
dance.
stand
Let's do it together.
with feeling.
Let's all do the domination dance. One hand in your shirt, like that little guy from France. Wave like the queen with cardboard underpants. Let's all do the domination dance.
Yeah, okay, you can have a seat now. So that was one of our favorite moments, and just like today, nobody wanted to do the underpants part. We learned that as we went back. We said there are some things this congregation will not do. It was our second attempt at creativity that we did not repeat, but it bears repeating today. You'll recognize this song. It only takes a spark to get a fire going. And soon all those around can warm to its glowing. That's how it is with God's love. Once you've experienced it, you spread His love to everyone you want to pass it on. I've been singing that song for a long, long time in churches and camps and with friends of mine. Where's the flame of hope after these years? When I look all around and see the world filled with tears. Only takes a spark, that's what they say. But I'm just trying to find the street to make it through the day. There's a flame that's smoldering, a pain I'm shouldering. So where's the spark in the dark for my way? Not sure why anybody didn't take that seriously. Oh, time is spring when all the trees are budding. The birds begin to sing. The flowers start their blooming. That's how it is with God's love. Once you've experienced it, it's fresh like spring. You ready, Charles? You want to sing, you want to pass it. Make some Mr. Charles Gaby.
So we made our way over to the cynical side, but we couldn't find joy no matter how we tried. It's hard to see beauty in another's eyes when all I want to do is criticize. Almighty grace, sweet the sound, that love still sings a song in me. I get lost. Oh, I once was lost, but now I'm found. Didn't know the path to take till I know I'm free. I don't think that rhymes.
When I say pass it, you say on. Pass it. Pass it. When I say pass it, you say on. Pass it. Pass it. No need for any kind of mindless direction, elocution. Oh, there we go. No need for any kind of... I have glasses for this reason. Just find your fire, start a revolution. The world is filled with hidden possibility, with God at the heart to set the flame free. It only takes a spark to get the fire going. It's a passion, a desire you already know. And if you hold it, it's a sin, my friend. Give a shout, let it out, cause it's time to begin. So we say pass it, you say pass it. Pass it. We say pass it, you say pass it. Pass it. Yeah.
Word.
And then the most famous, perhaps, that is still quoted by many people, both in the band and outside the band. To dream the impossible dream, to fight the unbeatable foe, to bear with unbearable sorrow, to run where the brave dare not go, to right the unrightable wrong, to love pure and chaste from afar, to try when your arms are too weary, to reach the unreachable star. This is my quest, to follow that star, no matter how hopeless, no matter how far, to fight for the right without question or pause, to be willing to march into hell for a heavenly cause. And I know if I'll only be true to this glorious quest, that my heart will lie peaceful and calm when I'm laid to my rest. To dream the impossible dream, to fight the unbeatable foe, to bear with unbearable sorrow, to run where the brave dare not go. Uh-oh. Okay, stop. Yeah. Dream the impossible dream. Many of you who actually will remember that moment will remember we went through that verse 3 times before Charles finally came out and just went cut. We actually all started that song that morning because we all thought we knew the song and never practiced it. And then nobody realized there's an ending. Nobody knew how to end it. So. We have a couple of special things that we'd like to do, and we have a little video presentation that we'd like to show that Chuck Shanlever put together, and then another presentation after that. move right from the last of the blessing thing right into a song.
Make sure that we get it out.
Amen. And thanks also to Chuck for putting that together. That was really nice. I don't know where Chuck is. Back in February, we have another presentation for Charles that's really close to my heart as well, and something that Charles and I often talked about, but typically one of those things we never really just got around to doing with so many things that there's possible to do within this space, and we just have so many dreams. And this one just kind of came by accident, because my wife and I had been traveling in California in early February, and we came across this gallery and saw something, and it was really expensive. And immediately I thought, well, 1111 would love this, would be perfect for 1111, but we kind of just dismissed it because our budget was tight, and the 1111 budget was tight, and then we forgot about it. And then 4 or 5 weeks later, Charles announced to Brad and myself in a meeting that he was resigning. And I went home, and of course, after it all kind of settled in, I thought, wait a minute, I wonder if that thing is still there. So I called back to this gallery, and the owner said, she had actually looked up our service because we had talked about it out there in California. Californians tend to like what we do here. This kind of fits in out there. Not really Cowtown particularly, but it definitely fits out there on the West Coast. And they loved this service, and they got online and were seeing some of the archived things, and they said, we want you to have it. In fact, we're going to give you a discount. We want you to have it because it would just be perfect. And so we had it delivered, and Joe and Buzz, Joe Howell, I'm sorry, Joe. I'm only operating on 3 hours of sleep. I drove in from Kansas yesterday evening to be here in time. But Joe Howell and then Buzz Barlow, I don't know where Buzz is right here, they both got together. They wrote a letter. A lot of you all got that letter in the email, and a lot of you contributed. And so they're going to come help remove some of these things. And Charles, I'd like you to come up here. This particular item seemed to speak so much, not just to 1111, but also what Charles has been about in teaching us and in working with us. You might have to stand up to see it a little bit. And an artist in the hills outside of Calistoga, California made this, and when we saw it, my wife and I said, number one, it looks like creation spirituality. Number two, it looks like who we are, life from the roots of what seems to be drifting, perhaps. And then it had the flame, the look of the flame, and it just seemed to speak to 1111, but it didn't seem like that was going to happen. And then things fell into place, and you all came forward and raised the money to do it. And then we put together a little plaque because we don't want to just have it here. We want to remember you with it. So we have it given in honor of Charles Gaby, co-founder and leader of the 1111 celebration, 2003 to 2014.
This means more to me than you can possibly imagine, because this says to me 1111 isn't going anywhere. In fact, it's just going to get better and better. And those years on that plaque only mean I got to work with some of the greatest people on the planet. And I don't know, this means a lot, but I'm so glad the card table is gone. That's the main thing. No more card table.
I don't even know if all of you knew what was underneath that tablecloth, but,
Yeah.
so we love you.
Well, how is Kay going to bring this out every week? You know, card table, she was easy.
Well, we have a crew. We'll have a
Okay.
crew to help with it.
Thank you so much to all of you that made this contribution, and I will need 10 pictures of this, so somebody send me pictures of it so I can carry forward. Thanks.
I don't think we'll need to anymore. No more tablecloths.
All my life's a circle, sunrise and sundown. The moon rolls through the night time till the daybreak comes around. All my life's a circle, still I wonder why. Seasons spinning round again, years keep rolling by. Seems like I've been here before, can't remember when. I got this funny feeling we'll all be together again. No straight lines make up my life, all my roads have bends, no clear-cut beginnings, so far no dead ends. Y'all sing the chorus with us? All my life's a circle, sunrise and sundown. Moon rolls through the nighttime till the daybreak comes around. All my life's a circle, still I wonder why. Seasons spinning round again, the years keep rolling by. I've met you 1,000 times, I guess you've done the same. And then we lose each other, it's like a children's game. And now I find you here again, thought that comes to mind. Our love is like a circle, let's go round one more time. All my life's a circle, sunrise and sundown. Moon rolls through the nighttime till daybreak comes around. All my life's a circle, still I wonder why. Seasons spinning round again, years keep rolling by. Seasons spinning round again, years keep rolling by.
Good morning. I'm so blessed and grateful to be here on this very special day, and my heart is filled with gratitude. And I want to say thank you, Charles. Thank you for 1111. Thank you for this awesome community. And in the true spirit of 1111, flying by the seat of our pants, what is printed in your bulletin for the reading is a little bit incorrect. It is Joshua. But rather than chapter 1, it's chapter 4, verse 1 through 9. So let me share that with you now. And it came to pass, when all the people were clean passed over Jordan, that the Lord spake unto Joshua, saying, Take you 12 men out of the people, out of every tribe a man, and command ye them, saying, Take you hence out of the midst of Jordan, out of the place where the priest's feet stood firm, 12 stones, And ye shall carry them over with you, and leave them in the lodging place, where ye shall lodge this night. Then Joshua called the 12 men, whom he had prepared of the children of Israel, out of every tribe a man. And Joshua said unto them, Pass over before the ark of the Lord your God, into the midst of Jordan, and take you up every man of you a stone upon his shoulder, according unto the number of the tribes of the children of Israel. That this may be a sign among you, that when your children ask their fathers in time to come, saying, What mean ye by these stones? Then ye shall answer them, that the waters of Jordan were cut off before the ark of the covenant of the Lord. When it passed over Jordan, the waters of Jordan were cut off. And these stones shall be for a memorial unto the children of Israel forever. And the children of Israel did so as Joshua commanded, and took up 12 stones out of the midst of Jordan, as the Lord spake unto Joshua, according to the number of the tribes of the children of Israel, and carried them over with them unto the place where they lodged, and laid them down there. And Joshua set up 12 stones in the midst of Jordan, in the place where the feet of the priests which bear the ark of the covenant stood, and they are there unto this day.
Charles and I are going to share just a moment with you all, something we would like you all to participate in as a great way of thinking where we are at this point and where we're going from this point. I chose this text because it has this wonderful imagery of the Hebrew people having just defeated the Canaanites and then moving into the land that God had promised them, into the land of Canaan, which eventually becomes Israel. Now, in some commentaries, a lot of folks say that this is sort of almost like a land grant. It was basically sort of almost a historical documentation to validate the Hebrew claim to the land that they thought God had promised them. And I'm not really going there this morning. That's not what I want to think about. I really want to think with you and have you think about the idea of covenant and the idea of stones, of rocks. And that is such a tradition that's not just a part of the biblical heritage, but it's a tradition throughout the world, the use of rocks as memorials, as sacred touchstones. And in this story, the 12 tribes of Israel are established, and then each one has their rock, and they establish this covenant with God, and that becomes the touchstone of that covenant. But I'm not sure about you. Rocks have been a part of my family since our children were very young. I even growing up myself with my uncle. And when my younger son, Matthew, was just an elementary student, we would drive from our house over by Arlington Heights over to Alice Carlson, over by TCU, and we would go by the Trinity River right there behind, right off of the bike trail, where there's a little bit of a dip, and you can kind of get down low there. And we would stop there for about 20, 30 minutes before class and pick up stones and skip it across the river. And that became a daily tradition for us. It was a ritual that was incredibly meaningful for the both of us. But I want you to grasp this image. The first time I did that with my son, and he was 6 years old, we went over to pick up rocks, and I showed him. I said, Matthew, you need the right kind of rock to skip. You need a flat rock like that. Let's look for flat rocks. And I remember Matthew just leaned over. He picked up a jagged, big, round, bulky rock. And I said, no. I said, Matthew, you need one of these rocks. And he said, he said this. He said, Dad, this rock talked to me. And I said, well, you can't skip it. He said, yeah, but this is the one that was talking to me. And, of course, Matthew was like so many kids. Whenever you go camping, whenever you go hiking, always picking up rocks. Carl Jung would say in his book, Man and His Symbols, he said, why do people pick up rocks? Why do we do that? And the reality is, it's probably because we want permanence. There's some part of us that emotionally wants permanence, wants to be able to mark something with a sense of permanence. But the unconscious, and what I want to suggest is even the archetypal sort of unconscious reality, is that rocks aren't really permanent. Rocks are transforming just as we transform. In fact, rocks go through a journey just as we go through a journey. Rocks come from dirt, they come from crystallization, they come from life that's broken down and then reforms and then breaks down again. Rocks are the perfect symbol for both where God resides and both for us to remember by. And so we've gathered up a bunch of rocks, a bunch of stones, and we want to think about with you where we've come from. What is it that moves through your life because of 11:11? I like to think of it sometimes as a narrative thread that sometimes we're not always aware of, but there's something that we've connected with when we came here, and that's kept us here, and that we've grown because of. Things that Charles has done and things that we have done because of all of that, this community has created. And I'd like for you to think about that it brought you to this point. And then we're going to pass out these rocks. And as we do, we're going to pass them to you, and we would like you to pass them to one another until everyone in here has a rock. So we just hand them out, and then you just pass them back. But as you do, if you will hold on to that rock for just a moment, and you don't have to say anything to someone unless you want to, but if you'll just hold on to that moment with a sense of blessing and pass it along with that same sense of blessing, that same hope, I think that would be helpful. And while we're doing that, Elizabeth is going to offer a song. Actually, I think, Charles, you're going to say something first.
I'll say something after.
After, that's right. Okay, yeah. Let's see, Lynn, are you coming up to help? Maybe we get one or two other folks that might come up and help. Yeah, Tim, that'd be great.
Come now, fount of every blessing, tune my heart to sing thy grace. Streams of mercy never ceasing, call for songs of loudest praise. Teach me some melodious sonnet, sung by flaming tongues above. Praise the mount I'm fixed upon it, mount of thy redeeming grace. Here I raise my Ebenezer, hither by thy help I come, and I hope by thy good pleasure safely to arrive at home. How you sought me as a stranger, sought me as a friend of, faced with risks of any danger, you compel me with your love. Oh, how to grace a great debtor, daily I'm constrained to be. Let thy goodness, like a fetter, bind my wandering heart to thee. Prone to wander, Lord, I feel it, prone to leave the God I love. Here's my heart, Lord, take and seal it for thy courts above.
So here's what I want you to do. I don't want you to get attached to your rock. So for a few more minutes, we're just going to keep passing rocks around. As you pass them around to each other, I want you to accept the blessings that people have put on the rock and pass your. God bless.
Here's my heart, Lord, take and seal it for thy courts above.
I'm going to say one last thing before we go, and maybe as just kind of just one last little word about these rocks. Whenever I think of ritual like this, I think of when we do a ceremony, a ritual together. It's one moment that is timeless moment. It brings together our history. We put our memories together. We brought together our memories of journeys shared, blessings shared, love learned. And then we share that with each other. And then what do? Then what is this stone? What makes it precious? It's our intentions. It's our intentions that make it precious. Because these rocks are not precious on their own. But we have some intentions, and maybe some memories and intentions coming together make something happen in the present moment that we can't make happen otherwise. And some of the intentions and memories that I hold as I think of these rocks, I think of all of the ways rocks take their place in the gospel. Think of Jesus saying, "You who are without sin, cast the first stone." Let's just meditate on that for a moment. I think of Jesus as he comes into Jerusalem, Palm Sunday, saying, "You can't quiet this crowd, for if they were quiet, even the rocks and stones would shout." And I think of a stone rolled away on an early morning, where people found that the loss that they felt wasn't the whole story, but there was something bigger going on, for which they had no control, no capacity to even fully understand. They could only let the stone be rolled away from their own eyes on that labyrinth journey we call life. So for me, I will take this stone, and I will think of that, and I'll think of you, and I will think of the way we, on the journey, have helped each other roll some stones out from our eyes. And let it be a daily reminder for that my eyes may continue to be opened. And that's my wish for you. And since this is probably the last time I get to hold this microphone, for now anyway, I have to say, these people have made my life very rich. And you have too. The last 12 years has been a huge experience of growth for me. And that's the only reason that it's time for me to go. Because I have new things, your blessings have given me, that I need to do. So Godspeed.
Celebrate and have a good good time. We're gonna celebrate and have a good time. It's time to come together. It's up to you. What's your pleasure? Everyone around the world, come on. It's a celebration. Celebrate good times, come on. It's a celebration. Celebrate good times, come on. Let's celebrate. There's a party going on right here. A dedication to last throughout the years. So bring a good time and your laughter too. We're gonna celebrate and party with you. Come on now. Let's all celebrate and have a good time. We're gonna celebrate and have a good time. It's time to come together. It's up to you. What's your pleasure? Everyone around the world, come on. It's a celebration. It's a celebrate now. Celebrate good times, come on. Let's celebrate tonight. Celebrate good times, come on. Let's celebrate, yeah. We're gonna have a good time tonight. Let's celebrate. It's alright. We're gonna have a good time tonight. Let's celebrate. It's alright. We're gonna have a good time tonight. Let's celebrate. It's alright. We're gonna have a good time tonight. Let's celebrate. It's alright. Celebrate good. Come on and celebrate tonight. Everything's gonna be alright. Let's celebrate. Hey, hey. Celebrate good times. Come on. Celebrate good times. Come on.
Hey everyone, there's food out here. Let's go say some words for Charles. You might want to write something down in a little red book that's back there if you didn't get a chance to say something last night. Come on out and continue the party outside.